Hi guys, you're welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Yvonne Princess Shabangu and you are welcome to another episode of Employment Wednesdays. And then let's say congratulations to Employment Wednesdays because it got recognized by the Mail and Guidance Awards. Thank you to everybody that nominated us, and I'm so grateful that I get to impact lives through sharing as much information as I can. And in today's episode, which is going to be short and precise, we are going to talk about how best can you introduce yourself in an interview, right? So in an interview and in networking sessions, how can you introduce yourself to the person next to you, and how can you start the conversation, right? So before we go into that, make sure that you like, make sure that you subscribe, make sure that you share, and make sure that you comment, right? And then let's go into it. Before you even go to my name is, this is what I do for a living. It's very important that you create an environment that enables you to shine and that enables you to do great in that particular interview. How do you create an interview? How do you create an environment that will help you win in that interview, or an environment that will help you get the job? First things first, in the morning when you wake up, on the day when you go to the interview, you actually do your affirmations, you speak to yourself, you declare yourself confident, you walk with confidence, you pray about it, and then night before, make sure that you've actually looked up every person that's going to be interviewing you. If you've had the privilege to see their name or whatever the case may be, look them up on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is my favorite place, guys, especially if you want to elevate in your career, right? Then you've done that, you've looked up the person that's interviewing you, and you've spoken to yourself on the morning of the interview. Make sure that you arrive there 20 minutes prior, because when you get there on time, you're able to sort of relax, sit down, and settle in and squeeze yourself in, and then once you've arrived early and on time, right, make sure that you're dressed professionally. Make sure that, and more than just professionally, but make sure that you're dressed in a very comfortable manner. Make sure that you're comfortable with what you're wearing. I've realized that many other times when I'm comfortable with what I'm wearing, I do better and I'm happier and I'm much more comfortable and I'm more inviting, So don't squash yourself or be in a position whereby you're uncomfortable with what you're wearing. Just be presentable. If you are afraid of going big or going home, keep your browns, your nudes, and your black and white, and you keep it simple, but just be professional as much as you need to be, right? Now that you're professional, now that you've arrived on time, let's go into the agenda, the business of the day. How do you introduce yourself? So firstly, guys, also, you don't get to enter the boardroom, because usually interviews are conducted in boardrooms. You don't get to enter the boardroom and just sit down. You wait until you're told to sit down, right? So now it's time to introduce yourself, right? And this introduction will apply even when you go to networking sessions. It's very important that you're able to introduce yourself. So first of all, this is for the part where you are in the interview room. So first of all, once you're told to sit down, you sit down. And then once they say introduce yourself, you firstly thank them. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. After having looked at the role of the job or the advertised job, I am confident that I am qualified to be in this position. I'm confident that I have something to bring to the table, right? You don't have to say something, you can actually say what you bring to the table. If it's personality, tell them that you bring personality. If it's good marketing, PR skills, tell them that that's what you bring to the table, right? And then you go into your name and surname, and then you go into your qualifications, and then you go into your extramural activities. So let's do role play. For example, good afternoon. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to interview with your company. My name is Yvonne Princess Shabangu. I am an LLB and LLM holder, Masters in Law holder from the University of Johannesburg. I'm very passionate about employment. I take my time during my free time or when I'm not working. I take my time to educate people about employment, educate people on how they can draft their CVs, educate people on how they can actually prepare for interviews. And more than anything, I've been in many leadership roles. I've been head girl. I've been LRC, and also I've had the privilege to tutor at one of the most prestigious universities, the University of Johannesburg. I've been able to tutor and impact knowledge to those people, to the students. Sorry, pardon me, guys. But yeah, you don't say that, but I guess you get the drill of it, right? I've had the opportunity to tutor at the University of Johannesburg, and during my tutoring season, I learned quite a lot about leadership. I learned a lot about time management. I learned a lot about meeting targets, being able to be on time, and I learned a lot about how to effectively communicate and interact with students and interact with people from different spheres of life. Because when you're in university, you meet people that come from different homes, people that have different problems and different issues, and you have to find ways to help them, and you have to create ways for each individual. So looking at myself right now, I believe that I am the best candidate because I am versatile, because I am a people's person, and because my personality and my brand allows me to market the company in a very positive manner. So when you employ me, you're not just employing a regular associate. You're employing an associate that's going to be able to draft for you, an associate that's going to be able to conduct workshops within the work environment, an associate that's going to be able to market the law firm, and an associate that's going to be able to train and educate other people. And from my previous role, I also learned that it is very important to be a team player, and I've actually improved in being a team player. I've realized that I'm able to work well with other people. So I hope you guys get the gist of it all, ne? It wasn't flowing because they nervous, but they get the idea of who you are, and because you've introduced yourself like that, some of the things they won't even have to ask you, because now they know that I'm Yvonne. I studied at the University of Johannesburg. I'm passionate about employment, so they can always throw me in labor. I've got a master's in banking law. They can always throw me in commercial. I've got people skills. They can always throw me in marketing and PR, and they can always like, I'm versatile. I've proved to them that I'm versatile, because even as you are looking at me, you're like, oh, actually best fit for the company. So yeah, I guess that's how you can easily introduce yourself. Make sure that you're able to highlight your qualifications, highlight your interests, highlight your qualities, highlight your we've got intrapersonal skills and interpersonal skills, right? Highlight those, highlight everything, in just your introduction. And then before I go, at networking sessions or workshops, how you actually start conversation. If there's a lady sitting next to you or a guy sitting next to you, hi, my name is Yvonne Princess Shabangu. I'm a YouTuber. Oh, really nice. What's your content about? What do you do? Today I made a new friend who's a doctor, Dr. Natalie. I was so nervous, right? Oh, I actually made 2 new friends. I like the entire time we're just shooting photos and stuff like that. And then I asked Ndogozo to shoot me, and then we started talking, and then we had a conversation and all of that. And then when we went to sit down, I sat next to somebody that I hadn't spoken to outside and stuff. And then she's like to me, oh, hi, I'm Dr. Natalie. I'm like, oh, nice. Okay. I'm Yvonne Shabang. And then she's like, what do you do? Then I explained to her, and I was explaining about Employment Wednesdays. That's how much I love you guys. I was telling her about it, and she was so impressed. And then I was like, oh, what do you do? Then she told me how she's into AR and how she's doing this, just building these machines. And I'm like, oh my God, such a powerful woman. And it all started by saying, hi, my name is Yvonne. Oh, hi, my name is Natalie. So yeah, I hope this helps. Do not forget to be love and light, and don't forget to continue praying for one another, and don't forget to share with each other job posts. Happy Employment Wednesdays. God bless you. I love you all.